everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So we're still in the same room as I was in the last video. I just kind of changed it up a little bit with the angle of the room, but I really love how this turned out. It's cleaner, it's crisp, you can see my easel a lot better. And I finally figured out what this was for. This is to hold the easel in place so it doesn't move. I had this easel for, let's just say I've had it for a while now, and I barely figured that out today. Live and learn, right? But alright, let's go ahead and get started to see what I come up with today for this 3-part series. Drawing it. Hopefully you can see it in the video. I just realized pencil lines are not that noticeable, especially since I have these 2 lights on the side of me. Like, it makes me brighter, but it also kind of makes this pale in comparison. But I'm gonna loosen this up a little bit. Okay. So this one is another quick one. This one has elements of the previous 2. For instance, with the sharp lines like of the jaggedy water from the first one, it's kind of like here, like with all the sharp lines, jaggedy lines here and here, and kind of like the lightning strikes in the image right here from the first one. And then from the second one, how also within these thunder lines, it kind of looks broken and in different places here throughout the image right here. I think it's a good complement to the 2, I would say. But yeah, let's see what colors I can switch up so that way it's still familiar, not completely identical in the elements per se, to give it its own personality, so to speak. But yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Finished with the painting. I think it's a good blend of the other 2 because it's not as bright or as intense as the other ones that I painted. Like, it has similar elements, but it's still like its own unique thing, you know what I mean? Let's see if I can. So see. It's a lot of, they are somewhat dark colors, but it's not as bright as the previous one that I made at the market. But it's also not as intense as the other one, even though it had less visuals, less lines. It seemed kind of harsh since it was like a, kind of like a storm, but it still had like a very intense, light, bright colors. And the same thing with the other one. It had more design to it, but it was still a little bit brighter, just a tad. This one came out pretty cool. So now, let's go ahead and try. Done with this piece. So I'm still trying to get used to using the easel because I think when I had used it a few years back, I had used it a few times, but I never really got used to it, especially since I didn't know about how to use this properly. So, but here it is. This is the newest piece like this. This one has, I put more lines and I put detail and Sharpie lines in here to make it pop a little bit more. So yeah, I feel that this is getting more abstract as I go along with it. That, and I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna go. The first one was more real life in the sense, something that happens, like storm, that lightning storm. And then the second one, it still had very much realism in the sense that you could tell it looked like some sort of plant-ish thing. And this one, I mean, to me, I don't see anything real that I could get out of it. This one seems more abstract than the previous two, at least for me anyways. I know I said in the previous video that that one was more abstract, which it is more abstract than the first one, but I think this third one in this series is a little bit more abstract than the other two, that's for sure. So this is the last one in this 3-part series. And like I said, I'm going to take a short break with the canvases, and I have a special treat in the next video. I'm really excited about it, and I will explain in the other video that I have done it before. I have made that specific item before, but I never recorded the process. I believe I'm going to continue with this, or I might do another special video. By the time this special video is out, I should have something more in mind. But yeah, alright, thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video.